Dave Lapham here with Bucky Brooks, NFL Network down at the Senior Bowl, and guys are asked to do things they haven't necessarily done in their collegiate career, like Justin Herbert, never taken a snap under center in his college career, and he's going to do it out here, and that's just a small example. What do you look for? I mean, guys that are going to be tested doing things that they haven't necessarily done in college.
So it's so many different things that you're looking for at an event like this. You're looking to see how guys adapt to being in a pro-style system, being asked to do things that they may not have been asked to do in college, but you're also seeing how they stack up with some of the other top players at their position and at other positions. How do they compete? How do they respond to maybe facing an alpha that they've never faced before in college, and how do they respond to those things? And so what you're really trying to see is what are they made up of, because you don't get a chance to spend a lot of time around the prospects, so you're trying to figure out who will we be bringing into the building if we select this player.
So the advantage that the Bengals have, for instance, coaching the South, that staff, you say, don't get to spend enough time with the prospects. They get to spend like a full week living with them, basically. How big an advantage is it for a staff to coach down here?
Oh, I think it's a huge advantage. I mean, just think of the Oakland Raiders. I think Oakland took maybe 4 guys last year drafted that were in the game. I don't know if they were all necessarily on their team, but because they had all of that extra time to get to know them, to see how they learned, to see how they responded to their coaches, to see if they really wanted them to be a part of their team, it's such an advantage. So, look, you talk about 90 guys that are some of the top players in the country. To be able to have that all access to them, it's an invaluable information.
So what position group do you think is the strongest down here at the Senior Bowl this year overall?
Man, it's tough because there are a lot of good groups. I would say the D-line group is pretty solid. The offensive line has been pretty competitive and feisty. And then the wide receivers. This is a deep wide receiver class. There's so many playmakers that you can find a playmaker in the 4th and 5th round that can come and make contributions. So I think that stands out because the guys that we're seeing here, we haven't even counted the underclassmen that are in. I think those 3 groups are the ones that stand out.
Offensive line, that's an area of need for the Cincinnati Bengals. Any offensive lineman in particular that maybe you're looking to see might step up?
Josh Jones from the University of Houston has been very, very intriguing. When I look at the way that he has performed, his balance, his body control, he has continued to perform at a level that he showed from the mid-season on, where he's kind of taken his game and steadily improved each and every week. He has been a guy that's been a standout performer.
And linebacker is another area of need for the Bengals. What do you see at the linebacker position?
Zach Braun, to me, is very intriguing from Wisconsin. He's intriguing because he has the ability to do a bunch of different things. He can come off the edge. He's good and instinctive. He's athletic. In today's game, you need to have those guys that can run and chase and play sideline to sideline, give you something as a rusher, but also cover. He has shown some intriguing attributes.
So how many Senior Bowls have you been involved with?
Man, so having played in '94, and then I've been to every one since 2001. So you're talking about 18, 19? That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Your opinion means a lot. Appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
No, my pleasure. Good to see you, man.